I'm a fool for your love.
Zel Boy Army. I am here today with a special video for you boys. I've been talking about it for doing this video for a few weeks. Hit top 100 with this formation a few times. People keep asking me for the custom tactics, the player instructions, how it plays in game, some advice on it. Here you are. Look no further. The 4-3-3 false 9 tutorial of dreams is here. It's a formation I've never seen another pro use on FIFA 18. I'm not saying no one's ever hit top 100 at this year. Somebody probably has, but as far as I'm aware, I've never seen someone else do it. So I'm here to tell you how it works, how you need to play with it, the instructions, the custom tactics. I hope you're going to find it useful. It's been an amazing formation with me so far. Played a Gfinity match and managed to win the game, control the game. Been playing against pros, top 100 players with it, and having a positive win record. Just hit a 40-0 in foot champs with it. That was one of the problems. I thought maybe would it be a bit too slow? Would it be a bit of an issue trying to play like this in foot champs, weekend league? But no, we got a 40-0 with it, 2 other top 100s with it. It's weekend league ready. It works against top players. Here's how it works. So, keeper, doesn't really matter. Get someone who saves the legs. Defense. Centre backs, same as usual. Big, quick, strong. It's nice to have centre backs who can play with the ball. So a ball played centre back. Ramos is the perfect centre back. You look 96 short pass, good long passing, very good ball control. He's very good on the ball. Because we're trying to play formation that is all about possession, keeping the ball, frustrating your opponents. Ball played centre backs can make a big difference. It's not the end of the world, but your opponent's probably going to get frustrated and try to press you high. So you're going to want centre backs who are comfortable on the ball. Rio's good too. At the moment, I am absolutely loving Bale and Marcelo as a pairing of fullbacks. Marcelo off Kev is still insane. He's got the 4-star weak foot, so you can still trust him at right back. For this formation, your fullbacks are generally going to be not overlapping. They will occasionally, but your wingers are going to be still out wide, offering width. The fullbacks are probably going to sit on the halfway line a bit further up. They're going to be there as an outlet. So if you need to keep possession, you can go back to your fullback. You can switch the ball to them. They're going to be quick, strong, good stamina, so they can get up and down the pitch. And with this formation, you're going to push up a little bit higher because you're just keeping the ball so naturally your team moves up. Having good pace on the fullbacks is good to stop counter-attacks. Okay, we come to the midfield triangle, one of the key parts of the formation. We've got Patrick Vieira, the perfect CDM, quick, strong, good on the ball as well, so he can keep the ball retention good. This is like the powerhouse of the team. You want a CDM who's going to hold the ball for you, going to be able to stop people from counter-attacking you. He's going to win all the midfield battles, he's going to boss the midfield, and he's going to lay off the ball to your more creative players. The centre mid, I'll show you the player instructions when we get to it, but I'm just talking how you'd use these players, the type of players you want. So Patrick Vieira, he's the perfect defensive mid on FIFA. Anyone wants to have a CDM, Patrick Vieira is your go-to. You can get your Casemiros, Fabinho's, Kante's, players like that, they can still do a job here, but I think Vieira's the king. Centre mid, this formation is all about having a centre forward like Cristiano Ronaldo, R9, you can use your Neymar's, Messi's if you want. You just want 2 centre mids who can defend a bit, but the centre mids are set to get forward and get into the box. You want them making runs from deep that are really hard for the opposition to stop. When you have Kevin De Bruyne and Henry running from deep, it's hard for their midfield to track their runs. It's hard to turn back and follow them. And when you've got players who are that clinical, running from deep, it makes a big difference. You have to play quite slow with the formations to allow the players to make the runs from deep. When you've got De Bruyne running from deep, it is incredible. Look at these stats. 362 games, 460 goals and assists from centre mid. The guy is a machine. He's probably my favourite player this year now. He's got some incredible stats. 5-star weak foot makes him even better. You want centre mids with at least high or medium work rate going forward. They can't have a higher defensive work rate than attacking because you need them to be bombing forward, making runs from deep. If you don't have your centre mids on attacking in this formation, it's going to be really hard to make chances because the centre forward might get a bit isolated. But when these guys are making runs from deep, it is amazing. The wingers, they are just there as they provide width. If a lot of people like to defend with the fullbacks, when they defend the fullbacks, they tuck in with the fullbacks because most people play narrow and don't really have much danger out wide. But if people try to tuck in with the fullbacks to mark the centre mids running forward, it can leave your wingers completely open. When your wingers completely open, it's just a simple short pass to them and a driven shot across goal. In this formation, the way we played it, I would use a left winger with a left foot and a right winger with a right foot, because you want them to be able to hit the driven shot across goal. The wingers just use you want small, nimble, agile players. Your Neymars, your Messis, the top end. You've got the Ronaldinhos, Maradonas. They're very good for it. You know the type of players we're on about. Centre forward, they have to be comfortable on the ball. You can't have someone who can't dribble or pass. This guy links the whole attack together. He's the I can't think of the word. He's at the pinnacle of the attack. If your centre forward's rubbish, you're going to struggle in this formation. It's nice if you can have someone who can hold the ball up. Cristiano Ronaldo's so good because he can win it in the air. He's got strength. He's got pace to get in behind when the opportunity rises. He can hit a long shot. He can dribble. He can pass the ball. Because you're going to be knocking it to your centre forward and he's going to be laying it off to your other attackers, you need someone who's good on the ball. There's a lot of great options for this. Like even man of the match, I think it's man of the match here, Ben Yedder, the 86, he'd be fantastic. You want at least 4-star weaker foot here, because quite often you're going to be passing it to your centre forward who's going to try roll a centre back and then shoot. If you've got 3-star or less weaker foot, it's going to be hard because the centre back's going to be able to predict where you want to go. Here we go. It's the player instructions. I leave it on default on the back line. We have cut passing lanes. Stay back while attacking on the CDM. He'll still offer a passing option, but you just want him to sit a little bit deeper, because if he doesn't, you can get counter-attacked on. Want our centre mids on get forward, get into the box. You need them to do this so they bomb forward, give you more attacking options. Centre forward, all I do is put him on to stay central. I don't want him pressing the back line. I don't want him getting in behind. I just want him to sit in the middle, float around, be an option. If you put press back line, getting behind, it can leave a bit of a gap between your midfield and him. But when the centre forward drops in and just stays central, you've always got that option there. Wingers, you want to stay forward, cut inside, get in behind, get into the box. What I will say for this formation is don't expect the wingers to do loads, but they're just very useful because the simple fact that they're out wide means that the opposition can't track them as easily. If they want to defend the middle, then they can't defend the wings as much. Most people want to defend really narrow. The wingers will stretch them. One of the great things about this formation for possession is that there's men all over the pitch. There's so many options. There's always a passing opportunity. Whereas when you're playing narrow, it's very easy to just get, how do I put it? Get sucked into playing down the middle and just the game getting choked up and not having options on. This formation will make you think a bit more. You'll always have really good passing options on. You'll never really get stuck in possession. So it's really useful for that. You'll want to play passing triangles with your midfield. I'll show you some FUT Champs gameplay footage so you can see how I use the formation. You'll want to pass it slowly around the midfield. Play triangles with the fullback, winger, centre mid. Quite often that allows you to get in behind with the wingers and then cut it back across to the players running in. You want to be waiting for the centre mids to run from deep. When the centre mids run from deep, they cause absolute havoc. When you've got De Bruyne, Henry, CR7, Ronaldinho, Maradona as a front five, that is so hard to physically defend when you've got all these players running at you. But because they're centre mids, they'll get back and they'll be really good defensively. Formation wise, this is one of the best I've used defensively. The wingers tuck in a bit. They offer you some defence on the wings. Your midfield will track back. You've got your CDM. Free in midfield means you're not going to ever get bossed in the midfield. Got your flat back four. So it's very solid defensively. It's incredible for ball retention. It's as good as any formation I've used. I'll show you some of the possession stats I've been having. It works against top players because keeping the ball, frustrating your opponent, works against anyone. It works against lesser players because they'll just dive in. If your opponent doesn't have the ball, they can't score. The main thing I'd say is you cannot rush forward with this formation. If you want to play quick, one-touch passing football, this is not the formation for you. Because you don't have one strike, because you only have one player in the middle, up top, you're not going to have lots of easy, quick 1-2s like you have when you have the two striker formations in the narrow. You need to build it up slowly, work the opportunity, make sure you're patient for the chance to rise. Let's show the custom tactic. Quite different to most custom tactics, you'll see. So the build-up play, we've got speed 35 and passing 30. We've lowered the speed because it's not about counter-attacking. When we get the ball, we want to settle into a rhythm. We want to slowly move up the pitch, work the perfect opportunity. Passing set to 30, so the players stick close by. We want the players to offer short passing options. We're not going to be lumping it across the pitch. Organised just because we want the players in a set position. Passing chance creation on 50. You still want your players to be making some runs, but at the same time you don't want the team to be making crazy runs behind because it's not about that. Eventually, if you're making the right passes, they'll make the run, you'll open the opposition up. We're not really crossing at all. Crossing is a bit of a risk on FIFA. This formation is about making the perfect opportunity. Crossing doesn't really ever do that. I like a long shot, so I'm not going to put it too low. You're not going to hit too many in this formation, but I've still got it there, so your centre mids will make some opportunities for it. I want freeform because I want the players to rotate, move about a bit. Freeform just unsettles your opposition, gives you more opportunities with it. We've got the pressure, aggression, and team width set to 50. Pretty standard. Pressing on the ball for me is mostly about how you do it. You can play very high press even with a low custom tactic on this, but you don't want something too low just because of how it will work with your team. That's the custom tactics. Let's go have a look at the champs channel. Show you how it's been playing. As you can see, we hit a 40 this week with the false 9. Finished top 10 in the world. Very, very happy with that performance. Let's have a look. 70% possession. 68. 62. 66. 65. 76. 67. That was only 12 minutes, but 88. That game finished 37 minutes in, so it didn't really matter too much. I went in front, I would have started to control possession. 63. 65. That's one of those bugged games we didn't actually play. 64. 60. 58. 61. 62. 74. It's another one of those bugged games. 85. 71. 59. That was a weird game, that was. 57. 60. 60. You can see we're probably averaging somewhere around 65% possession with this formation. See if we can find a game to put on. We've got a good game against an elite player. So this guy, elite, he finished elite 2. Solid player. Let's have a look how the formation played against him. So I'll show you a bit of gameplay footage and talk you through it as you can see what's happening. See, slow build up. The last thing you want to do with this formation is rush it forward. It's completely about working the perfect opportunity. Everyone's going to be comfortable on the ball. You want good technical players in the formation. See, you can see here De Bruyne and Henry are playing like cams. They're pushing up a lot. It's a bit unlucky there, but CR7, the centre forward, gets the ball from your centre mid and can just spin his man. You can see we've got the standard back four, Vieira's covering. Henry, De Bruyne still both back. So you've got 7 men who are consistently going to get back. The wingers, when you set a bit more defensive, will still sit back. See, we're just spreading the ball about. We're not going straight for goal. We're using the whole team. Going to the fullback. There's always a passing option. Got the two centre mids. We've got Maradona up there. It's good defending by my opponent there. See again, team's already settled back into shape. He's trying to counter-attack, but the back four sat back. Henry, Vieira, De Bruyne have settled back into the team. There isn't any goals till the second half by the looks of it, and I'm not going to skip all the way to them. But you can just see a lot about this formation, how it works. This guy was a pretty good opponent. It took a while to break him down. Nice rugby tackle there, but you can see there, defensively very solid. See if we can go find a game where there's some goals. You can see though there the shape of the team, it slowly builds up. Want a game where they quit early. So this guy was 20 and 6, so probably could have finished on elite. I don't know if he finished on his games or not. We scored 2 quick early goals, so let's see how it works. Here we go, Zelboyami. This formation as well. When you go, especially if you have a good team, if people go down early to you in this formation, they can see you just holding the ball. It's very, very frustrating for them to play against because it's very easy for them to think they're never going to get back into the game. You can see lots of options defensively. But if you go 1 or 2-0 down to opponent, you can see he's just keeping the ball. Like, you don't have to play. I'm not passing between the fullbacks to fullbacks. He's just controlling the game, patient build up. It's very hard to keep going mentally. See lots of options. Henry running from deep. Not the best shot, but you can see that Henry makes that run from deep. It's a big threat. There we go. Even Patrick Vieira joining in. Bit of the Sue celebration. Let's see that midfield three, Vieira, Henry, De Bruyne. We're going to be getting Hullet soon to replace Henry. You see, they're so key to the formation. You see there, De Bruyne puts pressure on, Vieira gets involved. And then you've got your centre forward there to cause the damage. How long till the next goal? We'll skip a bit to the next goal. See, lots of defensive options again. And then teams still move up the pitch at a decent rate. We're not forcing the play, building it up. Marcel comfortable on the ball. We're in front, we don't need to force anything. It's poor play by me there, but Ferdinand jumps straight in. See there, your wingers, you can just play it out. It's nice to have that option. Slow it down again now. But it's not. You can see it. We're not forcing it. We're not going forwards for the sake of it. We're going backwards to make when we need to. De Bruyne there, constantly making that run. See, the run De Bruyne makes from deep there means that he has to mark De Bruyne, because if he doesn't mark De Bruyne, he's in trouble, and De Bruyne is always going to score. Give CR7, the centre forward, that space. There you go. Let's have a look where we are for the month. We're on 150. Where does that put us? 23rd for the month. I said I wanted to get top 50 as many months as possible. Currently 5 wins above 50th for the month. So we're in a very good position. I'm loving the false 9. Potential to use this formation in the future events, who knows? It's been working very well. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments. You can follow me on Twitter. Come check out my stream every single day. You can see the formation live in action. Ask me questions, let me know what you think about. I think it's cool to be playing a different style, different formation that you don't really see anybody else at the top level use. Hope this formation tutorial has been helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Zelonius out.